Hey everyone, Sarah here. Another day, 30 inks, 30 days, and I've just been noticing, so I bought myself just like a while ago, like a piece of white card to just, I think it makes the video look better, but you can see like there's just so many like little ink dots everywhere. So I wonder if it's time for a new piece of card, but like who has the time to go out and buy it? But I probably should because I don't know if you can see, but it's getting pretty gross. All right, now I've messed that up. Hey, let's talk about why we're actually here, which is to swatch ink. We are, I think we can confidently say over halfway now. And let's dive right in. I don't know, I felt like in my head I was like, do you have a nice kind of witty segue? And I don't. So instead, I'm going to ramble through what would otherwise be awkward silence. I guess at least it's, if you come here for the awkward Sarah rambles, I'm being consistent in that product. Lols. Let's jump in. I don't know. I've always, not always, but I've been thinking because I just wonder if there's like an ink that you guys, I just want you to pick a one. You're picking that one. No, put that one down, pick that one. And maybe today will be the day. Maybe today will be the day. And let's go that there. Oh, I think this is a pen friend one. Can you see that? I was wondering when this was going to come up. Diamine Twilight. This ink is known to me. This is the first bottle of ink I ever bought. And it's a lovely ink. Let's give it a go. But I randomly also saw on a Reddit subreddit somewhere that apparently this ink different to a lot of Diamine inks is actually very paper specific. So this ink can look super blue on some papers, green on others, and then teal somewhere in the middle, which is interesting. So I've actually only ever used it on Saligy paper. This will be my first time using it on a different type of paper. Let's give it a go. Ooh, I bought this ink. I feel like if you're this far into watching 30 Inks, 30 Days with me, you probably know a little bit about me and my inking journey, but I've always struggled to find blue inks that I like. I kind of have continued and will continue on that journey to really find where in the blue world I sit. But at the moment where I sit more comfortably is in these kind of blue, black, dark teal type of inks, and this one fits in that for me. I don't know if you can see, but it coats the nib quite a bit. Like, I don't know if it's like a thicker ink or not. For me, that's like quite a dark, saturated teal, but I know other people definitely have called it green and other people have called it blue. I would love to know well, actually 2 questions. If you're in the group of people who have used this ink, what do you call it? And if you haven't used it before and you're just looking at it for the first time, what does that ink read as to you? I'll bring it up close for you. In this writing sample, no shading or anything, but I just wanted to try and find a safe, well-behaved standard ink. Not standard, but just, I don't even want to say boring because it's not, but just like an ink that could be used in almost any setting. And that's why I purchased this bottle. But there you go. All right, let's jump over to do the swatch. So as always, give me a second to rearrange and I will see you momentarily. I'm putting it across because I wanted to actually be able to see the green, because I have seen people refer to this as green, but to me this is green and that is just nowhere near it. That to me is a teal because it's also not a blue. I don't know if I actually have a blue readily accessible. I don't think I do. No, I don't seem to, but I just want to keep that in the picture as we do this swatch, because I don't know, it's just not green to me. I feel what's happening to me today, maybe yesterday, we'll see about tomorrow, is similar to in April. I got to these points where we were like over halfway with 30 inks, and I started like racing through videos because I was just like almost getting to the point of being like a little bit self-conscious of no one wants to hear you speak, like do the video, but also kind of shut the F up a little bit. And I feel like I was really speedy in that first bit, so I'm just going to try and take my time a little bit and not get too in my head. The thing that's, I just went on this whole thing about it's teal, it's not this and that. There to me, that looks blue. On the Traveler's Notebook, it definitely looks more teal to me, but what's jumping out to me straight away in that swatch is a dark blue ink with no other descriptors. Let's see if that changes once I write. And I've completely contradicted myself because I've up until a few minutes ago, I'd only ever used it on Stalogy where I was calling it teal, but looking at it there compared to that, I'm calling it blue. So I'm even changing my own experience with the ink, which is fine. But just goes to show like our relationship and learnings with these inks just never changes, does it? Which is awesome, but also not frustrating, but like, do you ever feel, have you ever gotten to that point of going, okay, I think I'm confident. I think I kind of know what I'm talking about. I think I know what suits me, my handwriting, the weight of how I, not my hand weight, but the weight of which I push a pen into a paper, all these different things, yeah? And how they all correlate and how they all make something. And I think I get it and I think I know what I'm talking about. And then I try and ink on a different paper. Or then I, one thing and it just completely upends our experience and our knowledge and everything else. And that's amazing, but it's also like, oh God, am I ever going to be confident in this? So let's try and do, I'm going to get that's them side by side. I'm not sure entirely how much nuance comes through in the camera, but to me, this one reads more teal and that one reads blue with a bit of a black halo. Interestingly, it's feathering there with the dip nib, but I think that's just Stalogy versus the ink itself. There we have it. It is going to end up being a small video, but this is one of the first things I ever tried, the first bottles I ever bought, Diamine Twilight. I do really enjoy it as an ink. If you're looking for a work-appropriate, pretty well-behaved ink, I think Diamine's usually, pretty safe in general. It's definitely one I'd recommend. Yeah, it's definitely got like some sort of halo going on, and you're seeing it in there, even though it's feathering, you can see it around the borders. All right, we'll leave it there for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. If you could hit like and subscribe, that would be amazing. And we'll get back, look at all these little squiggly lines. What was I thinking? Oy, oy, oy. All right, hopefully I get a really beautiful ink tomorrow that just distracts and detracts from my struggles with completing that. Okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.